Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer by the day. Update 5.0, the anniversary update, the endgame update, whatever you want to call it, is getting closer by the day. And here we have yet another report from CM Fragment, sneak peek number 3. Another look at some of the things that we will be getting for our anniversary for Marvel Future Fight. And honestly, I'm very excited for this because a character that has been at the very bottom of this game may actually be becoming a very powerful character in this update. So I'm looking forward to it. In case you guys don't know who I'm talking about, we're talking about Nebula, right? Nebula is getting a new uniform in this update, and I'm really looking forward to that. Ironman is also getting one, right? But Ironman is already a playable character. He's not top tier, so I'm hoping he's gonna rise as well. But I'm really looking forward to Nebula finally getting some spotlight because she is pure garbage, and I would love to finally be able to play with the character outside of Shadowland. And I actually look forward to building her. I've been building her quite a lot off screen, but I look forward to putting a lot more in the character. So I'm hoping that her uniform is worthwhile. So let's actually take a look at what CM Fragment has to say this time around, and then we'll talk some more. So the message goes, "Greetings agents, CM Fragment here reporting in. While searching for those we lost because of Thanos' attack, someone caught a rescue signal somewhere in outer space." And if you've seen any of the teasers for Avengers Endgame, you already know Tony and Nebula, they're in outer space right now, trapped, running out of oxygen, running out of food, that kind of stuff, right? We're pretty sure that it's gonna be Captain Marvel that somehow finds them and saves them. I'm hoping that somebody saves them. I don't think they're gonna kill them off just like that without having a chance to fight, right? They're gonna get saved because if you've seen any of the trailers, they link up with the team and yeah, they go into the quantum zone and all that stuff. So somebody's gonna save them, but hopefully it's not a BS way. Hopefully it's actually like something plausible, like Captain Marvel on her way back to Earth, she finds them. But I don't think that's how it's gonna work, because you've seen, I'm sure by now, the trailer where Captain Marvel links up with Captain America and Thor, and Tony's not there, so I'm assuming they find him after that. Anyways, let's move on. I've sent a rescue team to the location the signal was detected. They barely found anything except a broken helmet and a weapon, and then we have an image below which is Tony's mask and Nebula's weapon. So really cool stuff here. Who sent the signal? Why did the owner leave all this gear? Where is the owner? Keep in touch. I'll update you once I find out more. Thank you. And then obviously if you just go in the game and you look at Iron Man, you'll immediately know that that's Iron Man's mask and the weapons that Nebula always has in her hand. Really, I'm looking forward to the changes that these characters are going to get, because right now, even though Tony's actually really strong offensively, his survivability is pure garbage for World Boss Ultimate, even though he has an HP shield. And HP shield doesn't really help you in PvP because all the meta characters can penetrate that, and the same goes for World Boss Ultimate, right? There's so many status effects like bleed, poison, burn, all that stuff goes past the HP shield. So this guy is super squishy. He only really has one iframe in his kit in this uniform, and this is his best uniform. So even though I have all of the previous uniforms for this guy, I'm actually really looking forward to another one, and I'm hoping that the next one actually gives him a lot more survivability, more than one iframes, because right now he's really disappointing to play in World Boss Ultimate. As you guys know, I like playing that game mode. That's where I spend the majority of my time. He has some damage immunity here, but it's so short that by the time you use up this skill, which is his strongest skill, you literally have no immunity left. So all you really have is one iframe. This skill is actually really cool. I love the fact that when you're in it, you can actually move around. This is one of the coolest iframe skills in the game, in my opinion, because you can choose where you end up while you're in the skill. And I hope that, I said this when it first released, right? I hope that they do this more often for iframe skills, because sometimes where you start the skill is not where you want to end it, because you may come out of the iframe right in the path of an attack. So this is actually one of the coolest iframe skills in the game, and it's fitting for somebody like Iron Man to be able to control where you end up when you're in an iframe. His 1 skill and his 2 skill are both freaking garbage, because Look at this. They literally just have him standing in place, slashing. Iron Man is not a melee type character like that. They look cool, but these are Shadowland skills. They don't do anything for you in World Boss Ultimate. And this skill right here, like when I first saw it, I thought it looked really, really cool because it makes him look kind of like a transformer, right? However, in World Boss Ultimate, this is just basically a suicide dash because you're rushing the boss like this and you can't push them around and guard break them like you could with the mobs here, right? So the boss is just gonna literally pick you apart while you're charging him because there's no immunity, no invincibility, no kind of protection. It's not an iframe, nothing like that on this skill. So he basically only has 2 skills in his kit, right? And it's tier 3. And his tier 3 actually doesn't do that much damage from what I've seen. It looks really cool to be able to summon all the suits. Also, one thing I want to know, now that he's going to get another suit, will that suit get added to his tier 3? That would be pretty cool. If the more uniforms that Iron Man gets in the game, the stronger his tier 3 skill becomes. That would actually be really, really cool. But I feel like that's not going to happen, right? Because at some point, it's just going to get really broken. However, if they made it so you could swap out which suits pop up in the tier 3, I'm not sure how you'd be able to do that. That would actually be really, really cool. Switching over to Nebula now, I would really like her to get anything at all. Because if you look at her kit, it's literally nothing. There's nothing here, right? She has some guaranteed dodge at tier 2, but that is not worth bringing the character to tier 2 for. And that is why, even though you can take a look right here, I have over 1,200 biometrics. I have everything I need. I could use tickets if I wanted to. But unless she gets a solid uniform, I don't care if it's premium or not, right? Unless it's way better than this one, even though I really like how she looks in this, but you guys should know me already. I'm not gonna buy a uniform just for aesthetics. It has to be functional, right? So she needs a lot of help. She needs a couple iframes. She needs damage immunity. She needs crowd control. She needs something because as it stands, she's not even a good character for a solo in Shadowland. She needs help to solo a Shadowland stage, tier 2 or otherwise, right? There's nothing in this character's kit. She's so outdated. And for her to be getting a uniform in 2019, I have my hopes up that there's something here. Like, look at her 2 skill. Look at this. Look at this. Is this even a skill? Look at the auto attack. Look at the auto attack. And then look at her 2 skill. Sure, there's some shot damage on the 2 skill, but look at her auto attack. And then look at her 2 skill, bro. What is that? Like, her 1 skill is better than her 2 skill. Look at her 3 skill. Her 3 skill kind of just looks like you're pressing the melee button 3 times, bro. Like, how lazy of a design is this? Seriously. Wow. Her 3 skill is literally just you pressing this button 3 times. That is just disgusting. Like, this skill looks cool. However, it's just a wind up for you to get punched right near jaw in World Boss Ultimate. The only good skill kind of in her kit is her 5th skill because it has an iframe and it actually has a wide radius on the attack, right? So they could kind of keep that, just make the wind up a little bit faster and give her more damage on the 5th skill, but rework all 4 of the other skills because they're garbage, bro. They're pure garbage. And if they don't do that, if they don't give her good damage and fairly good survivability, she's gonna stay right where she is right now as one of the worst characters in the game, right beside her sister, who is supposedly the deadliest woman in the universe. Anyways, boys, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on this new sneak peek, and hopefully it means we're getting long overdue reworks for Iron Man and more specifically Nebula, because right now she's not playable. She's not even worth looking at. However, I've been slowly building up her ISOs to 6. I actually rolled a 160 proc on an obelisk somewhere down here. Ooh, she might even get this, boys, if she's good enough. If she's a good girl. If she's a good girl for daddy. But if she wasn't a good girl for Thanos, I don't think she's going to be a good girl for me. But anyways, we have a 160 somewhere down here in my inventory. Where is it? I don't know. I have one here. Yeah, this one. If Nebula actually ends up being solid, we might put this on her and see how much better she becomes, because she's a lightning-based character, right? So you want to scale her lightning damage as much as possible. But then again, they might actually change her from being pure lightning with the uniform. We don't know what they're going to do yet, but whatever they do, it better be decent at the very least. Because anything, literally anything is better than this. But again, it has to be something worthwhile. Even if it has to be a premium uniform because they want to make as much money as possible. I would love to see the character finally become playable. Seriously, I'm tired of seeing 5 different uniforms on Captain America and Iron Man. It's cool and all because I like the characters, but I like some of these characters to get love too. Like, it makes no sense to be playing the same characters over and over and over again, even though they get different uniforms and they feel different and they look different. So it's kind of like you're playing with a different character. But at the exact same time, I would love to see love shown to some of these guys who desperately need it, because otherwise there's no purpose, there's no reason for them to even be in the game, right? That's just my 2 cents. Anyways, man, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this, man. Are you hyped for Nebula's uniform? Are you hyped for Tony's? What do you expect to see from these 2 new uniforms? Leave it in the comment section. I'll catch y'all in the next one.